Imagine setting sail on the crystal waters of West Grand Traverse Bay, wind in your hair, the sun sparkling off the lake. Well, that fantasy can not only come true, but can help others who may have a harder time sailing take an excursion too. Well, how can you do all that? Well, our next guest can show us how. Jerry Schiffman, or Captain Jer. He's from the Seaside Sailing Excursions. He's got some details on some charity charters you might want to book. Hi, Captain Jer. How are you?
Well, Todd, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I feel like I should say ahoy.
Ahoy, mate.
Ahoy, mate, because that's a good. What? Tell us your story. How did you? You look like somebody who has spent some time on a boat.
Absolutely. So I'm born and raised in Toronto, Canada. I immigrated here in 1978, raised my family in the business here. I've been sailing for 55 years. It is a passion. We retired back some 15 years ago, actually, now, and I've got more in depth with sailing. We moved to our retirement location, which is Empire, Michigan, Sleeping Bear Dunes, and I sail out of Traverse City. I was doing a lot of single-hand sailing, and I said to my wife one day, I'd like to start a charter company. I have the boat, I have my credentials, I have the time and the desire. I would like to start a charter sailing company that can have a charitable mission so that I can provide opportunities, particularly for underprivileged and at-risk youth, to come out and experience something that they otherwise may never have the opportunity to experience. And that is not only sailing, but also to experience me. I will show you my hands. I was born with these hands, or without them, as the case may be. Yep. It was a congenital birth defect. It affects my right hand as well. So I am missing the distal phalange, the second knuckle and third piece of finger on my right hand. I had a very brutal childhood, both in school and in public and at home. There was no safe place for me. So I have a very, I have an affinity, a fondness, where I can relate to kids who are struggling. I have a saying that I started many years ago that, or that I picked up several years ago, that we are all physically challenged and differently abled, and that our limitations are between our ears. And I learned to play the guitar. I play a left-handed guitar, and I keep my guitar on board and I play it. And I'm vetted with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I am also affiliated with a number of other organizations that, sadly, there is no shortage of kids that are in this situation. And what I do is we came up with a little different business model. Instead of forming a nonprofit to provide this, we are a for-profit business with a charitable mission, wanting to create a little different paradigm. And so paying passengers who come to enjoy us, simply by paying to enjoy themselves, are automatically partners and fulfill the mission.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because that was a question. Is it something like a special ticket or a special different type of excursion? You're saying anybody who books through you automatically is including some funding for this.
Absolutely. Simply by them paying to come and enjoy themselves, they are immediately paying forward to assist others. We're looking simply to break even, simply to cover the cost, the overhead costs of our operation.
Sure.
So in essence, anyone who comes to sail with us and pays is already supporting that mission and providing opportunities.
Well, let's talk about what that would look like. If somebody's watching this now saying, well, okay,
sure,
that sounds good. What does an excursion look like?
So come on up to Traverse City. You can find us online. We've got a QR code there. Or find us on the website. You can book a 2-hour daytime excursion, 12 to 2, 4 to 6. You can book a sunset excursion, 7 to 9 ish, depending on the sunset times and all. You can book a 5-hour Power Island excursion. We've got a magnificent bay full of incredible features that we can sail to and enjoy. It's not just getting out and having the wind blow in your hair. There's actually some destination experiences you can have.
Love that.
You can book a custom excursion. You can go for 8 or 10 hours if you wish. Yeah, there's no shortage of opportunity. I also became ordained as a non-denominational.
I was about to say, I bet you get a lot of weddings.
And so I do one of our popular is marriage proposals.
Yeah.
And I work with the proposer ahead of time to spring the surprise on the proposee, and we've got some beautiful experiences that we've had the opportunity to share. I also offer marriage excursions, and so yeah, so people who want to get married on board can
whatever
do
the
that,
reason,
yeah.
right?
Whatever the reason.
Just maybe you just want a good day out on the water.
That's it.
These excursions are essentially charity charters. You basically are paying for someone else who might have had a harder time or may not have the accessibility,
Absolutely.
to go sailing, to help them out as well. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Sailing season, of course, is on from pretty much now until October, beginning of October. West Grand Traverse Bay in Traverse City. You can always go to seaside sailingexcursions.com or call the number right there on your screen. We'll be right back.